Well, Merry Christmas. It's a little bit after 9 o'clock Christmas morning. Just had breakfast and this is something I've discovered. It's from this may only be around in this area. It's from the Vander Plug Bakery, man. Ingredients are flour, shortening, water, butter, egg, sugar, almond paste, and cinnamon. No artificial. These are made by, I think, an Amish group. So anyway, they're made like S's. I don't know why they're shaped like S's, but I think I'm going to consume this as a Christmas treat. So I started watching this movie last night. Man, it's with Catherine Deneuve. My wife wanted to watch it, and it starts, man, and it's like it's this French movie from about 1967, and the opening credits is like this song I've heard all my life, and I said I've never even heard of this movie, and so I looked, I figured out, the song has been recorded like 1,000,000 times with English lyrics, and I will I'll find the song here in a second, but yeah, I found versions by everybody: Frank Sinatra, Connie Francis. My wife had never heard of the song, but I said, man, I got to figure this song out, man, because I grew up hearing it on the radio. It's the Umbrellas of something. The Umbrellas of Shandu or something. I'll find it out. That's the name of the movie. But it's going to be the only Catherine Deneuve movie that has umbrellas in the title. But anyway, it's a musical, but it's the darndest musical. In most musicals, they, occasionally they'll break into song. This movie, the entire movie, apparently, every line of dialogue is sung, like, I guess, an opera. It's free on YouTube. I don't, maybe you have to have the no commercials plan to get these free movies on YouTube, but YouTube's trying to compete against Netflix and all this, and they're putting movies in pristine 4K form that you can watch free on YouTube. And I think that's where we were watching it. I think so. They've already eaten part of the S. I think this is just a regional thing around here. We'll watch more of that movie today. I was so tired, I couldn't. We got about 20-30 minutes into the movie, but I couldn't stay awake. Not that it was boring. I liked the movie. About 3 years ago, around this time of year, we discovered this YouTube show, and we loved it. It was this, we'd never heard of Pinup Palmer out of Los Angeles, and she's like a pinup model that's into horror movies. I think what it is she's worked at the Universal theme park there in California for like 15 years, playing like Bride of Frankenstein and monster roles, and so that monsters have kind of become her identity. So and she's got this 50s aesthetic, and she's really cool looking, lots of personality. I've been saying, man, I think this woman could be a very worthy successor to Elvira. And then she got hired to be Svengoolie's assistant on that Svengoolie show on MeTV. So she's been playing a character called Gwen Goolie on there. which I don't get MeTV, unfortunately, here, but, I thought, man, it's way to go. So she had I guess she skipped a couple of years, but she had another Christmas special, and it was going to debut Friday night. So I was all excited. We were thinking, both my wife and I were, cheering her on. Man, this is a great new person we can get behind. And in the show, you do see her personality. She's a pretty young woman, but it's just not funny at all. It was very disappointing, and it was really calculated to have, someone will call her on the phone, and it'll be a guy dressed as a woman, and then they'll say something, and it won't be funny, and then, okay, well, that was just completely there just to make sure that, all the boxes are checked. And early on, her neighbor, she says, "Hi, Mr. Zelensky," and he waves, and he's putting a trash bag into his trash can with an orange hand sticking out of it. So, okay, all right, so we see where her politics go, and then at the end she just talks about, oh, it's been a really rough year. Has it been a rough year? It's been a great year. Well, I mean, there's been some rough stuff, like all this Charlie Kirk stuff, and the economy's starting to recover, but, things have been rough economy-wise, but that's from the last administration, wrecking everything, in my opinion. But anyway, we were really depressed because what we thought was our discovery, we discovered Pinup Palmer, and she just crashed into flames Friday night and showed to be one of them. But this new discovery that I made, who also lives in Los Angeles, and my wife has come to love this new person named Bethlehem Shalom. She's the singer out of, she's like Amy Winehouse without the drug addiction. She's got this really cool, funny, interesting voice, and she's probably on the other side politically too, but she's not like rubbing your face in it. Anyway, check out the Pinup Palmer Christmas special and see what you think, and then compare it to her first one from a year or two ago, a couple of years, and see if it's not disappointing. But whatever. But Bethlehem Shalom, you need to go subscribe to her. Some of her music videos don't have much. I've got this shitty channel where no one watches. She doesn't have that many more viewers than I do. I mean, she's got over 1,000 subscribers, but she's still down here in the sewer with me, Bethlehem Shalom. And there's no reason for that. She should be a superstar. She just went on tour with the Suffragettes. Touring the West Coast, some of the Midwest, and I think maybe a few places in Canada, because the Suffragettes are a surf band from Canada. But they didn't go to the South or the East Coast. Maybe they will next. Well, I planned to look at some Batman comics this morning, older Batman comics, and pull out some Archies and look at them too. See, it looks like an S. They should make other letters too, so you can spell out words. Anyway, it stinks to find out that people that you really like are sorry the dog hit it, are part of the enemy, the evil. Of course, I don't know. Maybe both sides are the same. It's very possible. We'll see. For right now, it appears that we're on the correct side. I mean, Elvira was someone that I really thought Elvira was great, and then she got all political, and it's like, ah, man. Well, we still have Pinup Palmer. She's not all political, and then she got political, just as bad as Elvira. And then, you know, we said, well, we still have Vampira. I don't know what Vampira's politics were. She was an old beatnik. She'd probably be for Bernie Sanders or something, or be all black-pilled and not want to vote for anybody. I don't know. Who knows? Okay, man. Hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy. You guys are digging through the trash. That's not cool. Stop that. Boy. Okay. Oh, shit. The cats like to run in front of your feet. Pardon my language. Okay. Well, I'm back. Let's go get some stuff to look at. Hopefully Santa Claus was very generous to you this year. Okay, got to take some, like 5 comic boxes back up, and then I'll bring some down. Unfortunately, I think some of the Archie books, at least one is in a long box, and I don't like picking up long boxes anymore. But man's got to do what a man's got to do, right? Oh, Kevin Johnson from Gotham City Comics texted me yesterday wanting to see a box of, well, something he saw in the last video that I didn't linger on long enough, so I got to remember to go get a good shot of that here in a little bit. Okay. Well, here we are, up in the comic room. Okay. Fantastic. God damn it. This is Archie Comics Box 2. Oh boy. Oh boy, there's a lot of Archie Comics. This is box 5. Shoot. So I gotta find boxes 3 and 4. Okay, Charlton Classics Illustrated, Archie Box 4. Okay. All right. Probably be easier to look at the books up here rather than taking them downstairs, but I guess it's a way to get some exercise. Guess I should have paused it, but you can just fast forward. Let's see. Disney, DC, War Comics, Monster Times, Harvey Comics, Avengers. There's another Archie somewhere. Okay. Oh, well, no. That's not Archie. Harvey. Disney Comics, Marvel Tales. I'm going to pause you guys. Okay. Now, get off there, Mr. Small Cat. Come on. You need to be down here. All right. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Okay, we're going to look at that box for Kevin here in a second. Well, I remember. Okay. Boy, am I getting fat. This is Archie Comics Box 1. Okay, let's go look at that that Kevin wanted to see. Turn the lights on in the little gift shop area here at the Hotel Orloff. Okay. He must be talking about this box here. Super Monsters Little Walkers. These are little walking wind-up guys that shot sparks out of their mouth. I used to have the gorilla, and I think I had a creature. That's what this box is right now. Those are not in the box, but I don't have any, but that's what that box is for. So I'll send you a picture, a clear picture of that. That must be what you were talking about. You thought they were some monster bouncing balls, but no, they were little walkers. Oh boy. It's too hot, man. It's too hot in here. I'm gonna just, because it's actually going up to 60 degrees here today, man. Can you believe it? Let's turn the heat down a bit. Yeah. Now, I could have planned this show out and brought those boxes down before I started filming, but I didn't do that. So, what a shame. That's why they invented the fast forward button. Okay. Now, this Archie Comics Box 1 and Box 2 are actually in magazine boxes because the comics from that era are wider and aren't gonna, golden age width, and they're not going to fit in regular comic boxes. There's so many people that never have to worry about that because they only buy modern superhero books. But to each their own. Okay, Archie Comics Box 1. Oh man, do I have some Archies that I need to file in here? I might. Let's go back upstairs and look. Because while I'm going through these, if I have any Archies, I need to put them in. And there might be some Archies over here that I've gotten recently that are on top of pinball machines. Dr. Strange, Straight Arrow, Orphan Annie, Heat Seeker, Hulk. I don't know why Drew the dog is being very territorial this morning and chasing the cats around. I don't know what it's gotten into her. Well, I see someone puked on the stairs. Wasn't me. Okay. There. Archie. There's Harvey that needs to be filed. Harvey. Charlton. Gold Key. Atlas. There's Archie. Okay, cool. Well, there's actually a few Archie comics that need to be filed while I'm going through those boxes. Okay. Yeah, it's too darn hot in this house. Okay, how far are we in? 34 minutes, and you still haven't been entertained yet. There hasn't been any content. Well, I told you the Pinup Palmer holiday special is disappointing. I told you that you should, although you should still go and subscribe to her. She still does some good stuff. I'm not saying it's just disappointing because, but I'm still a fan of hers. It's just, I mean, I know you're not supposed to say you like Stan Lee, but I like Stan Lee, but he supported the Clintons, so some people aren't completely right in the head. That's all right. This is music from Kmart. Actually, SS Kresge was what Kmart used to be called back in the 50s. So that's what I've been playing over their public address system when you were shopping on Christmas Eve back many decades ago. Okay, incredible. Well, let's look at Archie Comics, man. Why, this must be my oldest Archie comic, and I guess I could figure out what issue it is, but the indicia that gives you the information that must be printed on the inside front cover. It's a coverless comic. But, the older Archie comics, notice he's got this gap in his teeth that they don't give him anymore. See, here's a newer Archie comic with old art, but you can see how they've touched up his smile, and he doesn't have the gap anymore. No, he just looks like a game show host. But as we go through the comics, we could try to figure out when exactly did the gap in his teeth disappear. Here we have pre-code Archie number 59. Now 50 is the one all the key collectors try to get. There are people that would not want this issue. They just want issue 50 because that's the one with Betty Cooper in the classic pinup pose on the phone. But I don't know. To me, this is great too. This is the time period that Mad Comics, EC Mad Comics, was lampooning this era. And you can see how, and they even did a parody of their logo. See, Archie had already put an approved reading symbol on their comics before the comics code was formed. And of course, the guy, what was the guy's name? Goldwater, that was in charge of Archie. He was one of the main guys that was running the comics code. He had a vendetta against William Gaines because he really was pissed about the Archie parody in the Mad comic, because it showed Archie as a juvenile delinquent, and it was every form of depravity was, and it was, of course, it was Harvey Kurtzman was doing a parody of the title America's Typical Teenager. And since everyone's talking about kids being juvenile delinquents and the rock and roll and all that of the 50s, although that was a little bit before the rock and roll, and rock and roll came along right as Mad was going into changing into a black and white magazine. The juvenile delinquency was going on. The real cause of juvenile delinquency, more so than comic books and later rock and roll, would be lack of fathers in the home. Now, which is something people don't talk about now. Well, they talk about it now, happening like kids don't have dads in their house, and so but the reason the 50s, there were a lot of dads that weren't around is because of World War II. A lot of guys didn't come back. And sometimes the dads that did come back had drinking problems from the war, and that's how they treated their PTSDs, through alcohol. Still a better time period than today, the 50s, but people were desperate to find a scapegoat, and the comic books of the early 50s did go too far. I mean, they pushed it too far, unquestionably, but if a kid from a good home could weather dealing with those kind of comics, and without going out and becoming a gang member. Okay, here's issue 69. He still has the gap in his teeth. The Mirth of a Nation, a play on the D.W. Griffith movie, The Birth of a Nation, which is a movie they don't talk about anymore, because even though it was the first modern movie, long-form movie in history, the subject matter that it was about makes it a movie that people don't want to talk about. 72. What's going on, man? Everybody's playing rough this morning here. Maybe they're not liking this music. I'll stop it for a little bit. This doesn't have a bag or a board. Oh, the cats are chasing each other. That's what's going on the stairs. Making it sound like people are coming down the stairs. This is number 75. I just don't have a Golden Age bag and board. Look at these charms. Who would want to get that? A completely useless miniature set of pliers. Okay, so at this point, the Comics Code had come in. When did it start? Okay, is this the first one? 72, and this is 75. 72 didn't have that on there, 70. And so this is right after the Comics Code came in. This is a comic book. Okay. Okay. And then I came back for issue 98, February 1959. Oh, look at this. I got this one from Gotham City Comics. I don't think he has any Archie comics left. I think I depleted his entire store of them. There aren't many people that like Archie comics, and you'll see that this episode is going to get few reviewers if I put the thumbnail that it's Archie, or is just the way it is. That's the way it is. Page number 118. Oh boy. All right, let's get some music playing. Archie 122. We need more light, don't we? Hold on. Let's see if this makes a difference. America's greatest. KLIF 1190. Always first. Okay. Oh, this is such a pain in the ass that as I recover from this eye surgery, my near vision is what needs to be corrected. So I'm going to the ophthalmologist on the 31st in the morning, and then about a month after that, I'll be able to get a prescription. These are just readers for close up. Okay, this is 131. I'd have more, but I don't find these very often, 140. These are all the Archie comics that I found in my 55 years of buying comics, 56 years. Started collecting when I was 4 in 1969. Here's February 1964, number 143. $149. The great thing about looking through these covers is you see the progression of time and changes in fashion, and we haven't been looking to. Oh wait. Notice the gap is gone. It may have disappeared when the 60s came in. Let me go back. When did the gap go away? February 1959? Okay. Number 75, he has the gap. And Number 98, he doesn't. So what we'll have to do is you just go through mycomicshop.com, look at all the covers, and find where it disappears. This must be, BCW makes the worst boxes, man. Terrible. $143, February 64. I already showed you these. 149, I showed you these. I forgot where I am. This one I didn't show you. This is 153. Oh, this hurt my back. I gotta change my orientation here. I can't keep twisting around. Ugh. Okay, if I move the comics over here, that's the problem I had the other week whenever I did that last episode. Okay. Oof. No, there'll be Christmas covers in here. You know, everyone knows that Archie had some of the greatest Christmas covers. In fact, I started watching Captain Strangelife's episode from last night, and he was showing some Archie Christmas covers. They were the greatest, man. Little Jinx and all that. They're great Christmas covers. We'll see them. Okay, we're up to issue 157. We're already starting to get into 60s style there. Oh, another copy of the same issue. How about that? Okay, so we're in the mid-60s here. Look, he's watching a James Bond movie. Now playing a new James Bond adventure. Secret Agent 007 at the Bijou Theater. So that's the Archie representation of Sean Connery there. $164. That's a reference to the Esso, which is now Exxon, advertising campaign, put a tiger in your tank. But Archie, she's saying, put a turkey in his tank. They used to have the little tails that you could hook onto your gas cap, so it looked like a tiger tail was hanging out of your gas tank. The tiger was in your car, making it run. 172. So you've got the British invasion coming along here at this point. 180. So a lot of great covers with bands playing. A lot of great covers with jukeboxes. A lot of great beach covers. There's a lot of greatness in the Archie comics. Here's 181. $185. The surfing craze. Another copy. Here's 189. $190. Ooh, 191 has a great band cover. Here's 192. $195. One of those beach covers. $196. We're getting into close to the moon landing at this point. $199. $203, another beach cover. Oh, another copy of 203. Well, how about that? 204. $207. $213. That was 15 cents. That's $213. So by 222, they're up to 20 cents. So we're now probably about 1972. You go through the decades pretty quickly when you only have this many Archie comics to represent the even the 40s, 50s, 60s, and now we're into the 70s. I just wish I had more of these. Here's 229. Some of these just don't have bags and boards. It's just the way it goes. 236. It's too late to ask Santa for bags and boards. Maybe my birthday. 238. $242. $243. And then we've got, we're up to February 1973, number 263. And this is actually a copy of Laugh, so I need to pull this out and file this under L. Dang it. Where am I at? I showed you this. He accidentally kissed Reggie in the Tunnel of Love. Okay, I don't know where I am, man. Did I show you this one? $236. We're into the 25-cent era, so we're in the mid-70s now. That's $238. Yeah, I already showed you all these. $242. After a while, you know, they're not worth looking at once you get into the more modern times, because we're all okay. Because I mean, who cares about the 80s and 90s and 2000s? I can't even think of the fashions. Have fashions even changed in the last 25 years? It just seems like people look about the same. You look at footage of 9/11 and people running on the street look pretty much like the people of today. It's like at a certain point, styles stop changing. It used to be you can immediately identify from news footage or from a clip from a movie what time period it was. And now, I don't know, maybe Some people can't. Okay, this is about the time Star Trek the Motion Picture came out. So we're in 1979. Comics were already 40 cents then. Really? I guess. Ugh. Yeah, man. This one's got some chocolate ice cream or something on there. This is when the movie actually was released. That other one was a pre-release promo. $2.93. Yeah, at this point, Archie kind of becomes a little... Okay, issue 300. He's having his 300th birthday. He's saying, gee, this is my 300th anniversary and no one remembered. Oh, man. Do we want to keep looking at these? 301. I'm very partial to time periods. I like the 50s, 60s, and 70s stuff. I mean, I like the 40s, but I can't afford that. You know. Yeah, I mean, the things are okay. It's still an Archie comic, but it's not... It's still Dan DeCarlo. Actually, it says Dan DeCarlo Jr. Did his son, was he always Dan DeCarlo Jr. or did his son take over? It might be. It says Art Dan DeCarlo Jr., Inc. Jim DeCarlo. It might be Dan DeCarlo's sons took over, and they just, because they don't have quite, it's like when John Romita's son took over. Some people really like his artwork. I can't stand it. He's just... so that must be what's going on. 314. Okay, come on. 325, and of course it's, you know, got the barcode, so it's not a good time period. 341, now we're up to 65 cents. When was it only Archie that went to 65 cents? I don't remember comics being 65 cents. Now they're 95 cents. Comics, didn't they go from 60 to 75 to $1? I don't remember. I wasn't buying a whole lot of comics during that time period because most of the big comic companies weren't doing too well. Gold Key was going out of business about this time, and Charlton and Archie wasn't as good. And Marvel and DC, they had some good stuff still, but oh, this is not a good time period. When they start promoting that it's printed on recycled paper. Inside pictures, 100% recycled paper. Recyclable too. Who wants a recyclable comic, man? They figured that these were not being bought by collectors. These were being bought by morons, you know, kids that were just going to throw them away. You could recycle them. Okay. So that's 401. 416, there's a resurgence. And it says, this cover says Dan DeCarlo. It doesn't say Dan DeCarlo Jr. and Allison Flood. I think this is the time period when the covers started to get pretty spectacular. And now people are buying reproductions of, these are higher dollar. This is in the 90s, when Archie kind of made a comeback with some better art. They'd been coasting along. See, the covers are just a little more striking around this time period. 434. From the swamp-infested backwoods of Georgia I don't think they're still going with the original numbering. I'm pretty sure they aren't. I hear that Archie is being taken over by Oni Press, which I think is Oni. Is that the name for a Japanese demon? I'm pretty sure it is. Because of that Urusei Yatsura, the Lum manga and anime with the little, which was kind of like I Dream of Jeannie or Bewitched. This guy's in love with a Japanese demon girl that wears like a leopard bikini, green hair or something like that. Remember that? I think that she was supposed to be an Oni, but I don't know much about Japanese 449. I don't know much about Japanese religion or mythology or anything. So. Okay, 454. Come on, end already. 457. He's looking at some mom. That's kind of weird. Here's 473. Okay, I'm almost done with the Archie run. Didn't I just show this? Okay, I have 2 copies of 473. Okay, that's that's all the Archie I've got. I've got this Archie. This is a promotion. This is a comic used in schools, an anti-drug comic. From 1991, which would have been the Clinton era. Ironic for anti-drug comics coming from the Clinton administration. That they must have laughed a little bit about that in the Oval Office, if they even knew it was happening. Okay, then it looks like I've got the Spire Comics. Spire was a Christian comic company, and they did these Christian Archie comics that had a different look to them. This is a pretty spectacular cover. It's not the normal Archie artist. I like the detail on there. Let's see if they credit the artist. This is from 1975. Oh, it's Al Hartley. Yeah, I knew that. I should have told you it was Al Hartley. Al Hartley could draw the Archie characters, but something a little different about his style. Like, he draws the principal being almost as fat as I am. And, but his style is good. But some of these Spire comics, maybe it's this next one. Yeah, it's this one. He draws, this is Archie's Roller Coaster by Al Hartley. It's got a price tag on there from Zonder, I don't know. Obviously, I'm sure that was a Christian bookstore. But look at Betty there. And look at Reggie, man. What's he doing? That's we wonder what's going on there. This old lady, why is she there with him? Jughead's about to vomit, eating a hot dog. Moose likes it. And this old man, I don't know who he's supposed to be. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Betty there. These are the other comics that came out from this imprint. Tom Landry and the Dallas Cowboys, I remember buying that. There was a Christian bookstore right near my house, and it had comic books, but it was, they had Dennis the Menace ones. I don't think, that may not be from the same company, but there were Dennis the Menace Christian comics, and I never got this Johnny Cash one or this one about World War II. This one is about a girl that grows up in Nazi Germany, and some people collect that because, I don't know, I guess they think it's weird that it's Hansi, the girl who loved the swastika. They think that's funny to have on their comic book wall. Crossing the Switchblade was also made into a movie. It's a true story. And Barney Bear, yeah, I remember getting all these. Oh, man. Yeah, pretty cool artwork. That's cool that they're showing a dark ride, which also are known as, they used to call them tunnels of love, but at least the ones that float, where you float through. There were also dark rides where you get in a little cart and it would be on a track and it would take you through the haunted house. That was a dark ride. And then the ones that were where you floated through a cave, I guess they're called dark rides, but they're also called tunnels of love because it would get dark and then you could kiss your girlfriend, you know. I think that's neat to depict. I don't think there's many depictions of dark rides in comic books, and pretty neat. Here's another one, Archie's car. Now look at this depictions of them on the back. Betty's got that same stare. I mean, they really make her look bad. Oh my gosh. Look at the Principal Weatherby. Al Hartley. I don't know if Al Hartley ever drew for the regular Archie line. I don't think so. This was 75 cents at a store called Living Vine. I am pretty sure Living Vine would be a Christian bookstore. Oh man, I've never seen this one. It's Alpha and Omega, but it looks like a science fiction sword and sorcery kind of comic. Never seen that one. And this Jesus one, I never saw that one either. That looks pretty good. The artwork's pretty good. And here's one about Paul that looks almost like an underground comic, though, the way that logo looks like an underground comic logo. In a way, these were like underground comics, and that the hippie underground comics, you'd have to go to a special store to buy them, like a head shop. And these religious comics were not available on a typical spinner rack. They were only available in Christian bookstores. Here's another Christian Spire comic. And I wonder, looks like I have I have maybe half of the Archie ones. There's one, Archie's Love Scene, and Archie One Way. I don't have those. They kept me hidden away, locked down in the basement. Oh, I'm a monster. Why was I born? Born a man and woman. They kept me hidden away, locked down in the basement. Am I a monster? I have a soul. I have a soul. Do you know the short story Born of Man and Women? Born of Man and Woman, a great short story. It's only about a 3-page story. I was making some songs about that story. Um, these are all songs I created on Suno.com. Oh, okay. Okay, we're out of the Christian comics now, and we're to Archie and Friends, and this one is based on the Endless Summer album cover, which was the greatest hits album of the Beach Boys that came out around 1973, which is my introduction to the Beach Boys and the surf music. Because my oldest brother, had an 8-track of Endless Summer that he'd play in his 1972 Ford Maverick. And then that and the American Graffiti soundtrack had Beach Boys. Same time period. So that was all very influential on me. Now here is a pretty spectacular cover if you're into video games. I got this from Gotham City. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's I think that's an alternate cover of that other one. It was also Archie and Friends #1. And then this is a free comic book day book. Archie Past, Present, and Future Fun. Now, oh my gosh. This is an ad for this horrible TV show. That's supposed to be Archie. That's supposed to be Betty. That's supposed to be Veronica. Of course, no one's smiling. I guess that's supposed to be Jughead. Who are these people supposed to be? I guess that's Reggie. Josie and the Pussycats. In the comic and cartoon, it was a redhead, Josie, a blonde, and an African American. In the TV show, it's 3 African American girls. And then some other random guys. I saw about 10 minutes of this on the CW network and saw that Archie was having an affair with Miss Grundy, the teacher, and realized that this is part of the satanic plot to bring things down. Take comics that were meant for kids and just turn them into garbage. Here's the 65th anniversary bash. Guest appearance by the Veronicas. Oh. How about that? I think I understand what's going on now. My wife had trouble sleeping, and so she has locked herself. She's not locked herself, but she's closed the doors so the cats won't jump on her while she's trying to sleep. And I think the animals are all in a... They don't understand why they can't get in there and see their mom. So that's why they're acting all weird this morning. I think I figured it out. Archie and Friends #1. This is some generic... Oh, that looks terrible. Okay, what are we moving into now? Archie Annual, #8. About as worst... you really can't even imagine something being worse condition. I mean, it's got like a gouge that goes through I don't know how many pages. It's definitely the 50s, although... Man, I don't see the gap in his teeth. How about that? How about that? Okay. Well, I don't think I paid much for this. Um, this is Archie's annual number 17, when bicycles are being sold with the word groovy. So you can kind of tell what time period that is. Wait, that was 17th. Here's the 23rd annual. This is going to be early 70s. Look at this wild cover with the Archies performing. You got Sabrina there. '26. Born a Man and Woman was such a great story. Was that Robert Bloch or Richard Matheson? Why? I'm wanting to say Robert Bloch, but it might have been a Richard Matheson story. It's a great story, though. Archie and Me, 28. No, stay back, cat. You can't go in this box. Here's 66. So this 70s ads were starting to get ugly. '75. Probably from around 1975. It's a 25-cent comic. 120. $125. $135. I don't have many copies of Archie and Me. Looks like. $143. $150. Okay, now we're up to not Archie and, what was that? Archie and Me. This is Archie and Friends. And this is number 7 from the $1.25 cover price era. Then I have Archie Meets the Punisher. One of those weird crossovers. But now there's so many of those crossovers, it's just Star Trek meets Planet of the Apes. Vampirella meets Betty and Veronica. You know, it's just, it's no longer that interesting. Did I finish my tea? Okay, Archie Meets the Punisher, a classic. Archie Meets the Ramones. Archie Meets Batman 66. This is stuff you'd get in a dollar bin, or at least used to be. Here's another cover. This is the modern era where they do 1 million covers, I guess. Yeah, who cares? Yeah. Okay, now we get to some good. This is Archie as Pure Heart the Powerful. An Archie superhero comic done to cash in on. Well, that Batman 66 stuff was done in the 2000s. This was done when Batman was 66 was actually on the air. And, you know, sound effects, the Batman comic was selling so well, Archie Comics put out I don't know how many issues that went. This is issue number, the hell is it, 3. That's all I got of that. Here's Archie at Riverdale High, which I remember this comic, I think, is more serious stories, I think. Maybe I'm mixing it up with some other book. No, I'm wrong. There's some other comic that's that way. I don't even need to tell you the issue numbers. I don't even. In fact, do you? We don't even want to look at these. Let me. I'm just gonna flip through. I think I did the same thing before, and it's just so. It gets to a point where it doesn't. No one cares. Here's Archie and me. Archie's. Oh, here we go. Archie's Christmas Stocking #1. This is from the, I'm guessing the 90s. When comic, yeah, number 1993, $2. Thought I saw something subliminal there down by the barcode, but we won't talk about that. Let's see, Archie's Christmas Stocking. Another copy of the same issue. Here's #2 from 1994. Would be a beautiful cover if this was not there. That's also pretty ugly, that box there. But other than that, that's pretty ugly too. Giant 48 pages plus 1995 pull-out calendar. 1. Okay, that's #2. I guess I didn't get 3. Here's 4. Archie's Christmas Stocking. It's got the old logo Christmas stocking that they used in the 60s and 70s. I forgot about that Hulk cartoon that was on Saturday morning in the 90s. Definitely part of an era here, distinctive. If you were a kid during this time period, I guess you'd be nostalgic for this time period. I'm not looking for a year here. Whenever they made this live action 101 Dalmatians, this is 1996. Well, it's on the cover. What am I? Penciling by Stan Goldberg. All right, what's next? Okay, now we're Archie's Joke Book, number 40. It's a 10-cent comic. Here's number 55. What a beautiful new photo ring. Oh, this is a good cover. Number 58, Monsters Return. Look at this movie poster. Looks like I got it twice. Not for any reason other than I didn't know I already had it. and it had a monster cover. So number 60 is dated on the cover is February 1962. It's a Christmas cover. Santa's bringing Archie as a Christmas present. Wow. From the Kennedy era. So this is number 58, all right? Here's 85. Here's 86. '93. That's a great cover. They're at the 1966 auto show here. Great year. This is number 97. Here's 102. This is an early incarnation of the Archies. Maybe this is the first appearance of the Archies. Archie and his three-piece rockers. Is that the first time he played in a band? This is, several years before the Archies appeared for that Saturday morning cartoon. 126. The Maharishi movement, where the Beatles and Mia Farrow all hung out with that guy. Hold on. Here's 129. $137. $162. $205. This is out of order. Okay, 193. Okay, I don't think I really cared about getting these in absolute order when I last went through these. 213, because this is not, when you get into this time period, the Archie comics are no longer as appealing because, well, they just aren't, This is, again, 1979 because of the Star Trek. Yeah, 270. $286. Yeah, then I don't know if this is some big collectible thing. This is number 1 of Archie's Love Showdown special. I think they invented this new character at this point. Is that Cheryl Blossom? Could be. They invented a red-haired character. I don't know if that's her. How about that? All right. Well, that's box 1 of Archie comics. Are any of these books that I pulled from upstairs, do they belong in this box? Oh yeah, this one would. For Archie's jokes. Sure. So next, Archie's this. Okay, yeah. This one and these two will go in that pile. That box. This is a very recent comic, Archie's Comic Spectacular. So, let's get that in here. Archie's. Oh, this cat's acting like he wants to jump in the box. No, down. Oh man, this is twisting my back up. Ugh. Archie's. Archie and Me, Archie at Riverdale, Archie's Joke Book. Okay, this would be before Archie's Joke Book. Archie's Joke Book. Archie's Christmas. CHCO is after CH. So, Archie's Comic Spectacular. Oh shit! Get off of there! God damn it. Don't go in the comics boxes, man. Oh. Archie's. No. Archie's Comic Spectacular. Nice joke. I'm gonna have to turn the fan on. It's just too hot in here. Okay, Archie's Halloween Spectacular goes. Archie's H is before J, so this goes right after that. Okay, now I need the lid on this box so the cat won't jump into it. Okay, box one down. Box two. Oh. Whew. Okay, this says Archie's Girls. Okay. Archie's Pals and Gals. Okay, here's a Pals and Gals from summer of '61 that needs to be put in here. Oh! Archie's Pals and Gals. 17, 13. There we go. Okay, that'll solve that problem. Oh man, my back. Well, the first thing in this box is another issue of Archie and Me from the crappy era. And then it looks like we move into something really good. Archie's Pals and Gals, issue number 3. Now this is going to need to be put into like a magazine bag, because even a Golden Age bag's not going to probably... It's number 11. You see how thick this thing is? So they don't fit in anything. Here's 13. No, cat. I just got to rest for a minute. I might circle my back showing this comics, man. Maybe I'll show the rest of the Archie comics in another episode. Oh. 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 Oh, I should show you the movie we were watching last night.
Headed for hell on Tough Down Hog. Hitting each other while hitting the establishment more. Listen, Charlie.
Okay. Let's see. Let me look back into the library of YouTube and see what that movie was called. Oh, man, I'm starting to get an allergic attack or something. Yeah, there's a new Captain Strangelove video. What does that say? 16 hours ago? Okay, the song is called I Will Wait for You. And, okay, the movie is The Umbrellas of Cherbourg. Cherbourg. Yeah, see, it's on YouTube free, but I don't know if that's because we have the commercial free plan. Resume watching. So it's a beautiful print of the movie, but the song, you'll instantly recognize it. It's I want to get a copyright claim. You remember that was like on the radio constantly. I guess everyone that watches this channel is my age. At least that's what I'm told by YouTube. So here's that same song done by Connie Francis. And I'm not even going to try to play Sinatra. That would give me a claim instantly. But what's cool is the fact that YouTube's putting up these movies in such great condition. Oh, last night my wife was talking to her brother on the phone, and he said, I'm listening to this music. Have you ever heard of this guy, Hauser? And he does movie and TV show themes. And I thought, oh, he's talking about Dominic Hauser. He's someone I discovered. I don't know who this guy is, but he does these recreations of music from movie and TV show soundtracks. But like, what's interesting is, okay, so you take the Hanna-Barbera Fantastic Four cartoon theme, right? I mean, it's lasts, 30, 45 seconds maybe, but he's got a 3-minute version of it, and it's done in, stereo as opposed to recording it off of your TV from the mono soundtrack of that Hanna-Barbera cartoon. So it's like here, And it's like I was telling my wife, yeah, okay, listen to this. I don't want to get a copyright claim. I'll fast forward. And it sounds pretty authentic, but it's a longer version. And he has does the same thing with the Marvel superheroes cartoons, Captain America theme and everything. And the Iron Man 3 had a great Iron Man theme during the closing credits. A lot of people didn't like Iron Man 3, but it had a great theme. Like Iron Man was a 70s TV show or 60s TV show. And I guess they called it Can You Dig It? He does a cover version of that here. This cat's gonna mess up, destroy everything. Anyway, I can't play much of that. Oh, but this is what I wanted to show you. Like YouTube has got these movies that they put up to try to compete with Netflix. They've got the Three Stooges in orbit. Now, the Three Stooges, they were in theatrical shorts in the 30s, 40s, and into the mid 50s with Shemp, right? And then they pretty much, their career was over. And then those Three Stooges shorts were released to television along, with the old Our Gang comedies that were called Little Rascals on TV. And all of a sudden, there was a resurgence in their career. Same thing happened with Boris Karloff. It couldn't have happened to Bela Lugosi because he had passed away. But when all those Universal horror movies got released to television as part of the Shock Theater package in like '57, huge monster boom, and then Boris Karloff had a resurgence in his career. Even got a TV series out of it. But the Three Stooges got movie deals to make. Now, unfortunately, Curly was gone, and Shemp, who was also great, was gone, and they had this guy Curly Joe DeReed. I don't know. I never thought he was funny. Larry pretty much looks the same. Mo kind of looks the same. He probably has dyed his hair, but he now has these really big bags under his eyes. But they did one in the Old West, and then they had their own cartoon on Saturday morning that was not great. But anyway, this Three Stooges in orbit, I put it on for a few minutes last night while I was waiting for my wife, and the opening has, I think, Wally Wood illustrations. Let me show you. I mean, I could probably do a quick Google search and find that out, but here, let me move you closer. And it's these YouTube prints of these movies are perfect, 4K, whatever, completely high definition prints of these movies. Let me show you. I'll show you. Hold on, don't worry. Okay. Well, you get the idea. I'm pretty sure that's Wally Wood art. So someone had good taste and hired the best artists to create the aliens. Okay, man. Let's take a look at some other comics. I thought, where's my facsimile of Batman #1? Here's a facsimile of Batman #5. Or was there a facsimile of Batman #1? Maybe I have the facsimile. Maybe Batman #1 was a famous first edition. I don't know if they've done a Batman #1 in small format like this yet. They've done Detective Comics 27. But anyway, here's Batman number 9. These just keep coming out, and you can kind of build an old Batman collection by getting these facsimiles. Now this is from Toys R Us. It's a fake 121. It's very thin, so I don't think it's the full comic. I guess they mainly redid Detective Comics in facsimile form. This is 127. What? I bet they're upstairs. Then I haven't filed them yet. I bet that's what's going on. I gotta go upstairs and see if there's some Batman comics that haven't been filed yet. It's gotta be.
We got enough of your kind of help. You black animal! Yeah, a black honky. Black Angel, the pack of snarling wolves in a fury of burning rubber and blood. With brutal fury, soaking your streets with blood. Push me, Chief. Fire!
Okay. Let me check over here. Oh boy. What was I looking at the other day? Was it Detective Comics? Where's Detective Comics? Okay, I finally found what I was looking for. There's a particular facsimile I'm almost positive I have. I saw it, I think Captain Strangelove showed it the other night. I thought it was a Batman comic, but it must have been a detective comic. Daredevil. Okay. It had a yellow cover. So I've got 27. There's one where where Dick Grayson's sitting there and at a desk with a yellow cover, and there's a like the bat plane and the different bat machines all around him. 40, 58. 66. 140, first Riddler. And then it moves into actual old issues of Detective. Unless that my copy is down on top of a pinball machine and hasn't been filed yet, which is also possible. I need to clear off those pinball machines. It's just getting ridiculous to have them all covered and okay. Oh wait, here's some books. Well, here's an Archie book I've got to file, Madhouse Annual. I must not have gotten that particular book yet. It must still be at, I must not have gotten it yet. I don't see it anywhere. Wait, there's stuff underneath this box. No, that's nothing. All right. Well, have a wonderful Christmas, everybody, and I'll be seeing you.